it's me, your money, and welcome to Tandia Talks Money. They say money talks, and it is true, I do. And I also like to work hard. They say it builds character, but it also builds TFSAs and RRSPs, which is why every week Tandia will share new ideas, tips, and wisdom from Tandia's finest to help you get to where you want to go. You know, with a little help from me, of course. Like, who else?
I walk the lonely road, the only one that I have ever known. Don't know where it goes, but it's home to me and I walk alone. Da-da, da-da. I'm not Green Day, but that's a classic from the 90s or 2000s. 90s. I don't know. It's kind of a blur. They all just seem like one to me, but Boulevard of Broken Dreams, like a great Green Day song. And I feel like even if you weren't like into punk rock, like you still loved Green Day. But this song resonates with today's topic. It resonates with imposter syndrome. And as it captures the essence of feeling like an outsider in a world where everyone else seems to have it all figured out. Now, these song lyrics, like I encourage you to listen to this song, but it invokes like that sense of isolation and loneliness where common experiences for individuals grappling with imposter syndrome. Like the line alone, I walk alone, speaks to the feeling of being disconnected from others, believing that you are the one and only who struggles with feelings of inadequacy and self-doubt. This sentiment often accompanies imposter syndrome, as individuals, may perceive themselves as different or unworthy compared to those around them. So, this song, it really captures the emotional turmoil and vulnerability that often accompanies imposter syndrome. And it acknowledges the pain of feeling lost and uncertain as expressed with like, I'm the only one, I walk alone. I feel like that's maybe the only lyrics in the song, but it really resonates deeply with individuals experiencing imposter syndrome who feel like they are putting on a facade to hide their true insecurities. Now, what is imposter syndrome? Like, if I just keep saying this word and I don't actually explain what it means, no one's actually going to connect with it. And you're just going to even feel even more alone. So, which is why we're here today. So, it's like that nagging feeling you get when you believe you're not good enough and are just pretending to be successful. It's when you constantly doubt yourself, fearing that others will discover that you're a fraud, even when you have evidence of your skills and accomplishments. Now, if you experience imposter syndrome, which I think the majority of us probably feel, you tend to downplay your achievements, thinking that they happened by luck or anyone could have done what you did. You're always worried that someone will expose you as incompetent, which leads to anxiety and stress. Now, it doesn't matter if you're at work or school or even in your personal life, it can affect anyone. Now, there's different ways imposter syndrome can show up. There's like the perfectionist. You set ridiculously high standards for yourself and beat yourself up if you don't meet them. It could be the expert. You feel like you have to know everything and be an absolute pro, terrified of being caught not knowing something. The soloist, I walk alone, I walk. You think you should be able to handle everything on your own, and asking for help feels like admitting failure. You're the superhero. You push yourself way too hard, taking on too much because you feel like you constantly need to improve your worth. Imposter syndrome, it can like mess with your mental well-being and hold you back in your career, in your life. It makes it difficult to embrace your achievements, try new things, and go after opportunities for growth. But I have good news. Don't worry. It's based on distorted thoughts, not reality. The first step to overcoming it is recognize and admit those feelings. You can build self-confidence, challenge negative thoughts, seek support from others, and be kind to yourself. And these strategies will help you navigate and reduce the impact of imposter syndrome. Remember, you are not alone. I think that's like the biggest thing everybody needs to hear when you think of imposter syndrome, because I'm sure that anyone listening to this, you can kind of relate back to, maybe I look at this list and I'm like, oh my God, I'm maybe a superhero. I'm maybe the perfectionist. I maybe the soloist. Like, I do find myself in all of these categories. So why are we talking? Like, this isn't a mental health session. I am not a mental health professional, but I am a professional in the financial world. And imposter syndrome can have a significant impact on your personal finances, creating challenges and obstacles for individuals as they navigate financial decisions and goals. So today we're going to talk about ways in which, imposter syndrome can affect your personal finances. If you feel like you're in one of these categories, know that there's always somebody that you can reach out to. We want to encourage you to find your banking BFF. So let's start with underestimating financial worth. Individuals experiencing imposter syndrome often undervalue their skills and capabilities. As a result, they may struggle with negotiating fair salaries, asking for promotions or raises, or charging appropriate fees for their services. This can lead to being underpaid or not actually maximizing your income potential. So that can hinder your finances, right? It could impede on you by fear of taking financial risks. Now, imposter syndrome can create fear of failure and lack of confidence in financial decision making. Individuals, you may hesitate to invest in opportunities that could lead to financial growth or security, such as starting a business, investing in stocks, or pursuing higher education. This fear of taking risks can limit your financial potential and prevent you from building wealth. Now, on the flip side of that, obviously, you don't want to just go and jump into something that you have a fear of, but what could be beneficial for you is sitting with a wealth advisor to actually see what your risk tolerance is. And maybe there is a chance for you to invest into the market or, take a little bit of a risk than you maybe didn't think you could take because you're trying to be the soloist and you're doing it all on your own. So we want you to seek out the professionals that are there to help you, to guide you through these decision makings. Now, I think, guys, this is me. And I think social media has highlighted this for a lot of people, but overspending to prove worth. Now, some individuals with imposter syndrome may engage in overspending to prove worth. Now, I feel like this is me 100%. And I think there's probably a lot of us, but some individuals with imposter syndrome may engage in behaviors to prove their worth or fit with perceived societal expectations. You're engaged in the overspending. Now, this can manifest as excessive spending on luxury items, expensive vacations, or status symbols. Okay, I don't actually do those things, but as a way to validate their success and mask the feelings of inadequacy. I think I've told you before, I've done a whole podcast on this, but like Shopaholics Anonymous, I quite enjoy like going to buy a new outfit because that's what makes me feel better. And sometimes it comes from a root of feeling inadequate. So in order to make myself feel better and prove my worth, I go buy something that maybe I shouldn't be buying. But this trend can lead to financial strain and hinder maybe your long-term financial goals. So it's important to kind of recognize and realize why you're overspending. Is it to prove your worth? Is it a feeling of inadequacy? Are you doing it? Is that reaction to something? So the first step is just, noticing and understanding like why you're doing the things that you're doing. Another point, avoiding financial planning. Imposter syndrome can cause individuals to avoid confronting their financial situation, such as creating budgets, managing debts, or planning for retirement. The fear of making financial mistakes or being exposed as financially inexperienced can lead to procrastination and lack of proactive financial management. And ding, 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 ding. This is why we do this podcast. We want to expose the relatable content. Like we all feel like this. There's lots of people that feel that they're inexperienced and they don't want to ask advice because they're embarrassed, and you shouldn't be. Like, you're only hindering yourself. Next, reluctance to seek financial advice. Seeking guidance from financial professionals or mentors can be daunting. And for those experiencing imposter syndrome, they may feel ashamed or believe that they should already know how to handle their finances. Again, going back to my point, don't be embarrassed. So further reinforcing their fear of being exposed as a fraud. This reluctance to seek advice can prevent you from receiving valuable insights and strategies to improve your financial well-being. So don't be afraid. I know it feels like it's very daunting. and you don't want to be embarrassed because you listen to my podcast and you should know all these things. No, I'm just kidding. But, even myself, like I'm just dictating this podcast, and sometimes I need to take a step back and be like, hey, no, I need somebody else to kind of look at this for me. And, I'm not expected to know all the things. And there's people and experts in their field to help guide you through, your finances and these hurdles and these things that you want to achieve in your financial life cycle. Now, self-sabotage. Okay, we're going to link it back. Like, I walk alone. But like imposter syndrome can lead to self-sabotaging behaviors that hinder financial success. You may decline opportunities for career advancement, resist pursuing higher paying jobs due to self-doubt and fear of not being able to meet expectations. This can result in missed financial opportunities and stagnant income growth. So don't doubt yourself. Like, you've got this. You know how to do the things that you do best. You are the best person for that role, and don't ever self-sabotage yourself and hinder yourself in the process. Maybe you just need a financial BFF that will help you through these things. Now, to overcome the impact of imposter syndrome on personal finances, it's important to recognize and address these limiting behaviors. Like I said, addressing and recognizing is the first step. Develop a self-awareness, building financial confidence, seeking support from professionals or mentors, and reframing negative thoughts are strategies that can help individuals navigate imposter syndrome and make sound financial decisions. And taking steps to educate yourself about personal finance, setting realistic goals, and celebrating the small financial achievements can also contribute to a healthier financial outlook. I say it all the time. Celebrate the small wins. Break it down into small, easy, manageable goals. Okay? It was a very heavy episode, but I did give you a little bit of singing today. So that's a wrap on today's Tandia Talks Money. Thanks for joining me. And until next time, keep laughing and know you're not alone in this journey. Remember, at Tandia Financial Credit Union, we have your back on your financial journey, whether it's providing helpful resources, offering personalized financial advice, or supporting your goals. Or maybe you just need like the little cheerleader on the side. Like, we're there for you, but we're here to assist you every step of the way. So no more feeling overwhelmed or confused about money matters or embarrassed. Don't worry, we're all feeling the same thing. We've got your back. Continue to tune in to Tandia Talks Money Podcast Season 1 and embark on a financial adventure with us. Let's laugh, learn, and grow together as we navigate the ups and downs of adulting with confidence and ease. Subscribe now and get ready to embrace your financial future, because with Tandia, adulting might be hard, but we've got you covered every step of the way. Like, I'm sure you can hear my toddler trying to get into my closet. So until next time, catch you soon.
Thanks for tuning in. I don't know about you, but I feel smarter already. Remember, Tandia is here to help. If you found this podcast helpful, please let us know. Got feedback? Want to learn more? Just head to Tandia.com. Tandia, as unique as you.